everyone, my name is Lauren Dowdell, and today I would love to talk to you about VFR Weather Minimums. This video will be explaining the VFR minimums in each airspace along with a mnemonic to help you remember. VFR minimums are similar to any other limitation governed by law. I say this because speed limits aren't there to be a bother to society, but to keep you safe as the driver. So VFR weather minimums, as described in the FAR aim under 91.155, are there to keep you as a VFR pilot safe and do not allow you to fly into conditions that may result in IMC. So as a VFR pilot, it is important to follow closely to the VFR weather minimums published in the FAR aim under 91.155. Here's a chart that would be very similar to one found in the FAR aim under 91.155. I say similar because I had to write this one out on a computer and it's not as perfect as the one under 91.155, but that is all the same information. As you can see, you look at the altitude of your route of flight along with the airspaces that you'll be flying in and out of to maintain your minimums. For Class Echo, if you're above 10,000 feet, you're going to need 5 statute miles of visibility, 1,000 feet above, 1,000 below, and 1 statute mile horizontal from any clouds. So remember, today's lesson we are going to be looking primarily at the triangle method, but that to be said, there's going to be one later on that's going to be a different method. It all starts with a triangle, and then within triangle are some more sectioned off. So since it's the strongest shape, let's try to use that momentum to get us forward in this lesson. To begin, I want to call attention to the 3 altitudes that are distinctly marked, and they should be written out when you're drawing this on your own. This method was an easy cheat sheet for my private pilot exams, and I recommend this method over anything else. As for the altitudes, we'll be writing out 18,000 feet MSL, and this is because VFR operations are below Class A Alpha airspace, 10,000 MSL, and 1,200 AGL. So our top of our pyramid or triangle reaches all the way up to 18,000 feet MSL and begins at 10,000 feet MSL. This airspace is solely for Class Echo. Again, it is important to note that Class Echo extends but never exceeds 18,000 feet. Airspace Echo above 10,000 feet requires a visibility of 5 statute miles and for the pilot to remain at a distance of 1,000 feet above, 1,000 feet below, and 1 statute mile horizontal from any cloud. So that's Class Echo, above 10,000 feet, extending but never reaching 18,000 feet, and 1,000 above, 1,000 below, and 1 statute miles horizontal. So in the center of our triangle is an upside down triangle, and this triangle contains Class Charlie, Delta, and Echo below 10,000 MSL. I would like to remind the viewers that should say MSL. Sorry about that. I wrote AGL in the typing, but that should be fixed. So there are 3 different airspaces, and they all require 3 statute miles of visibility. They also require cloud clearance of 500 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and 2,000 horizontal. The bottom right side of the triangle is solely written out for Class G Gulf during day operations. That being said, you should notice that 1,200 feet AGL is kind of cut into the middle of that, and it's one of our altitudes we are told to remember. So anything below 1,200 feet AGL in Class Gulf airspace has a different limitation than Class Gulf above 1,200 feet AGL. Above 1,200 feet AGL in Class Gulf airspace, you're required to have 1 statute mile visibility and remain 1,000 above, 500 below, and 2,000 horizontal from clouds. Underneath, just 1 statute mile and clear of clouds. So Class Gulf during night operations, that's the left triangle. These are the same limitation or restrictions as Class Charlie, Delta, and Echo below 10,000 feet. So that's the 3 statute miles visibility, 1,000 above, 500 below, and 2,000 horizontal. The base of our triangle is solely for Class Bravo. I remember this because base starts with B, and it's also for Class Bravo, so B and Bravo for VFR operations. Class Bravo requires you to have 3 statute miles visibility, but it is unique in the sense that the only restriction as to cloud clearance is to remain clear of clouds. So if we were to recap that, we're going to do base starts with B, so it's for class Bravo. An easy reminder just for our base of our triangle. Here is our triangle in a whole. You see class Echo above 10,000 feet MSL, reaching to but never exceeding 18,000 MSL. Below that are operations below 10,000 feet MSL, such as Delta, Charlie, and Echo. On either side is class Golf, day and night operations, remembering that the difference between day above and below 1,200 feet AGL is important. And finally, our base is reserved for Bravo. Yep, base is Bravo. So as for Ellensburg, we are in a unique airspace where below 700 feet we are in airspace Golf and above airspace Echo. So airspace Golf is known as to the pilots as a wild, wild west. This airspace has limited restrictions compared to other airspaces, depending on day or night operations. Once you enter class Echo, you must have 3 miles visibility and remain the 1,000 feet above, 2,000 horizontal, and 500 below. So, I realize that not every pilot learns the same way. For me, personally, drawing will always help to see the triangle. It's most beneficial, but I wanted to include another method for those who can learn better through through a checklist type of mnemonic that aren't like me. So this will contain the same information, and even after you learn the triangle, this method may be simpler for you as a pilot to kind of go on the fly. Yes, that pun was intended. So for here, we're going to look at this checklist, and you can follow along with me, but I really am just going to read what I've written out. So you begin with 3152. This is just a reminder of 3 miles visibility, 1,000 feet above, 2,000 horizontal, and 500 feet below the clearance that you need to be from a cloud. You ask yourself, are you in class Bravo? So this is your next step down. If no, you get to move on to the next requirement, but if yes, you're going to just stop there, and that means you have 3 miles visibility and clear clouds. Those are your requirements, and you're done with the checklist. If you are not in class Bravo, that's when you move on to the next step, and the next question is, are you above 10,000 feet? If yes, we're going to remember from the triangle that means you are in class Echo, and you need to have 5 statute miles visibility and 1,000 feet above, 1,000 feet below, and 1 statute mile horizontal distance between you and cloud. The next question is it daytime in class Golf? If no, you're going to remain with your initial 3, 5, 1, 2. And if it's daytime, there are some more requirements you must differentiate. This checklist moves on to the next slide, but that was all I could get in this little checklist page. So here it is continued. If it is daytime, you are above 1,200 feet AGL. Again, a line that we had written out on our triangle. In class Golf airspace, your new minimums are 1 statute miles visibility, 1,000 feet above, 500 feet below, and 2,000 feet horizontal. But if it is day and the pilots are below 1,200 feet, you're going to just remember 1 statute miles visibility and clear of clouds. So here is the visual representation of the checklist. This may make more sense now that it's not written out, but you can kind of see a picture of it and see how this could be quicker than the triangle method. So you are starting 3152. Are you in class B? Yeah, I am. Okay, 3 statute miles and clears of clouds. You can move on if no, and that's just how the method works. Similar to something you might have done in high school to see what you were going to do this weekend. Is it sunny out? Yes. Okay, you're going to the pool. So here's a chart. It has a couple more, I think, important pieces of information to know. It's not necessarily for VFR flights only, but since we talked so much about the differentiated airspaces, it is a good reminder to orient yourself with the airspace you can fly in and those to avoid as a VFR pilot. This figure is created with information from both Part 61.89 and 91.155, so I'd recommend looking those over. But as you can see, just requirements. That's it, guys. Thank you so much, and I hope this was a helpful description.